Hello and welcome to Competition. Last night was the 10th of February 2022, the Thursday night race for virtual esports. We meet twice a week at 8 p.m. and I've begun to learn how to stream. I start at 6, but the team meets at 8. The plan is to get things dialed in and then expand into Star Citizen, DCS, and other games. The stream went live on time, my audio was better, but the Spotify was distorted, so I'm still learning and improving. Since the first evening, there was an addition of a 3050 RTX added to the stream PC, which offloads the CPU and allows me to push a much harder bitrate and better resolution. So, the next time, I'm going to be testing 2K for the first time to see how that loads down the system, and then a test to 4K in the future. Better quality for you, always pushing to be better, right? Kyle said he might be in the area and might drop by again, so after all the pleasantries, we continued with F1 practice in Mexico in a third-person view and then jumped back down to pilot view. I like to do that because it lets me see the course a little bit better, get familiar with it, and then game on.
On the gas. Oh, that's a good one.
After a couple laps, I was down to a 122, and then I checked the leaderboard, and when you check the leaderboard, you can see Steam friends that play the game, which is kind of cool. So a shout out to Salty Mike for posting a very quick 121. My job then was to get better and beat that time with a clean lap.
All right. I'm going to try to brake late. And not spin out. Not spin out. Not spin out. Good. All the gas.
After 4 laps, a 120.5, good progress, but still lots to go. Kyle arrived and I wasn't really making any progress, so it was time to swap out. Kyle is super quick, and after a lap or two, he nailed a 119.
I wish they made this game in VR. It would be so much easier to see those braking points. Alright, let's see if I can do an actual lap here without dying.
I decided to switch over to Formula 2 to continue the practice. Same track with a different car can help adjust your line and show you where you can shave some time off. This car is slower and it forces you to brake on time and carry more speed through the corners, going straight without triggering a penalty. I ended up posting a 129. After 5 laps, Kyle posted a 129.5.
But yeah, it's actually hilarious because we had a guy come over last night to Jeremy, and he was shocked of how much work it was and how absolutely brutal. And he likes racing cars and everything, so he has a Golf R. I don't know if you've seen it, but he's got a Golf R tricked out with brakes and everything like that. And he does lapping days at iCar, which is a track not very close to here. It's about 2 hours out from where I live. And yeah, he does lapping days, and it was just he's like, you can't do anything to the car to unsettle it, or else it just goes out of whack.
We were worried that this would hurt my race session, so I switched back to F1 on soft compound to continue. After about 6 laps, I finally just beat Kyle's time of 119, and then it was time for the virtual team practice to begin, so we swapped into that lobby. Just before we had our first technical issue for the evening, the times were still good because we were on hard compound. Tom posted a 119.8, which beat my best on soft. Keith and I both posted 124s and Tuck was at 133, but this was just practice. The technical issue was a simple oversight, and for those of you who came back when the stream restarted, I really appreciate it. It's fantastic.
And we're back. For those of you that are still here, thank you for sticking around. that's unfortunate. Anyways, we will continue.
I had actually connected the stream PC to Cat 6 to get wired internet, but the other end wasn't connected, meaning that 3 hours of stream was pushed to Wi-Fi without a single dropped frame, which I think is pretty impressive, and I think the router probably just nuked itself on thermal protection. This won't happen again, as I will wire it in the future, and I now also have an extra fan on the router. I was able to rejoin the session, and as I said, I wanted to say thank you for all of you that came back. So at the end of that practice session, the frustration was a little bit apparent because I was off my mark, posting a 123 on hard, but Tom broke 117, Cypher broke 119, Trevor was 122, and Tuck was in there with a 125. Qualifying began and I did not deliver, crossing over the rumble strip, but because it was one shot, that was it, I would have to start at the back. The first race started and that was a public lobby, so after a little bit of time, we decided to back out and restart. Starting third on the grid, I knew exactly where I wanted to go, but I also knew exactly what would happen.
Race strategy? Let's check out what our strategy is. No strategy. No strategy for you. I wonder who's the host. I miss games that have a dedicated host. I want to go there. Just so you know, chat, I'm pointing in this gap. I want to go there, but I know what's going to happen. These two guys are going to do this, and there's going to be carbon fibre all over the place. It's French for carbon fiber. It's fancier. You see? I called it, and I'm stupid, right? And no damage. That's okay.
I was happy to have an entire race with clean laps until it came to pit stop. I came in way too hot, got a 5-second penalty when I switched out to mediums. And it was my fault, but it still pissed me off. That night, I only came in 5th. I was happy with the finish, and the best lap time of 1:22.4 is actually where it mattered. So that's it, and thank you very much for spending your time with me. If you're interested in watching the stream live, please activate notifications on Noobifier Competition, and that's Tuesday and Thursday nights. I start at 6 Eastern. If you want to join us, please check the description for all the information, and of course, it would mean a bunch to me if you were to share what's going on here with someone who you know might be interested. Rubber side down, shiny side up, pedal down.
I want to thank you guys so much for being here up until 10 o'clock through crash, right? Internet dying, all kinds of stuff. But I'm always learning and always getting better. I'm going to put a summary video up tomorrow of the race, a recap. It's not going to be on Noobifier channel. It's going to be over here. Don't forget, if you follow Star Citizen, tomorrow is Star Citizen Live. And Jared will have someone to talk to, and I'll summarize it really fast. So I do appreciate you guys being here, obviously. And look out for Tuesday. Tuesday's going to be another race. Tuesday, every single one. Okay? So thanks for being here, guys. And thanks, Kyle, for being here. It was awesome. I hope you were entertained. And tell everyone that you know. Because that's the goal is to keep doing this. Even if we crash all the time. Take care. Have a good night.